So the question now in the wake of USA Soccer's World Cup qualification debacle is, what do we need to do next? What do we need to restructure with our soccer program as a whole in order to make progress? And some are suggesting that we need to imitate what other nations did in their reforms. Germany is an example of this. In the early 2000s, they had a renaissance after a poor performance in the European Championships. They got their domestic leagues and clubs and their soccer federation together, and they fine-tuned some inefficiencies in their system to put them back on the right track. Now, here in America, the one fundamental difference between us and the rest of the world is that the rest of the world is built on a foundation of an open market, an open system with promotion and relegation. The system is 100% merit-based. It allows everybody to be involved and to have a fair chance. And the entire industry, or participants in the industry, rise and fall completely on how well they're doing, their value, their merit. America, it's just the opposite. You are picked to move up and down the industry by decision makers or by how much money you have. So the fundamental difference, if we try to get people from the German Federation into a room here and get them to lay out what exactly they did, we're not going to be able to apply those same things because we're missing the foundation or the tree trunk to the tree. So if we're trying to trim the branches as they did in Germany, that's not going to help because the root issue of an unhealthy tree trunk, that closed market in USA Soccer, has not been addressed. So we need to go back to basics, get the essentials right, or the root cause of a closed market which kills incentive for millions of people and thousands of clubs in the U.S. soccer industry. Get that right, open the market, and then things will naturally fall into place. You will see, for example, with the pay-to-play problem, or the soccer is for the rich kids problem, that's taken care of with an open market. We don't need to necessarily go after or attack pay-to-play. That can exist off on its own. What we need to do is give market incentive or business incentive to clubs and to individuals to invest in free-to-play academies and scouting, and then thereby we provide that free-to-play pipeline for many young players in this country. So we can't replicate what anyone else has done in world soccer when we run our soccer on a completely different foundation. It's only going to address symptoms, which again will only be temporary fixes or will not solve the root cause, and we're going to end up in the same situation with mediocre clubs, mediocre domestic leagues, and a national team which is never able to fulfill its potential of being a top 5 or 10 national team consistently on the world stage. So let's make sure we focus on the root cause, keep educating the American soccer public on what needs to be done. It's the responsibility of our governing soccer federation, U.S. Soccer, to implement this open market with one single policy decision. If this U.S. Soccer Federation won't do it, then we will need an alternate federation that will do it under the blessing of FIFA. So if you like this video, make sure to share it out on social media and also subscribe right here to my channel, and I'll talk to you soon.